And sometimes the hardest part of a yoga practice is just getting to your mat. So I want to say I am so proud of you for showing up in this moment for yourself, for spending a few moments stretching the body, moving the body in a way that's going to feel good to you. You are showing up for yourself, and I'm so, so proud of you. Let's get started with one of my favorite poses, Warrior Two. So starting in the middle of your mat, we're going to step the feet apart. I'm going to turn the right toes, they're straight with my mat, kicking that left heel out just a little bit, and then bending that right knee. So I am here in my Warrior Two legs. But before we move into Warrior Two proper, let's start warming up those hips. So I'm going to put my hands on my hips and just start to hinge forward and then hinge back. And you can do this at your own pace, keeping those legs strong and steady, holding you, just moving those hips back and forth a few times, stretching out. And then when you're ready for some stillness, you can come back up to the center, opening the body to the side of the mat, drawing the belly button in toward the spine, reaching through the crown of the head. I'm going to bring the arms up to a T, dropping the shoulders down. And then, if it feels good, you can turn to look over your right hand. This is Warrior Two pose. It's so strong. It just reminds me of how capable I am. It uses all these major muscles in the body. So good. All right, when you're ready, we're going to drop the arms. We're going to straighten that front leg, and then I'm going to just kind of walk the feet together just slightly, turning the toes outward, and then bringing my arms up into an X shape. This is star pose, and in this pose, I want you to press down with the feet, reach through the hands, really take up space. Take a deep breath here, reminding yourself that you are allowed to take up space in this world, friend. In fact, we need you to take up space in this world. We need your gifts. We need who you are. Take a big breath in and let it out. Stretching tall, pressing through those feet. Beautiful. Let's drop the arms. We're going to rotate to the other side. So this time the left toes are going to point straight. I'm going to kick that right heel out a little bit further and then bend that left knee. And once you're there, we're going to do that hip stretch again. So hands on hips, just hinging forward, hinging back, getting those hips nice and warmed up. Feels good to move the body, to stretch. Beautiful. And then whenever you feel like you are ready for some stillness, you can come back up to top, opening the body to the side of the mat, drawing the belly button in, reaching through the crown of the head as you press through both feet, drawing those arms up to a T, dropping the shoulders down the back. And if it feels good, you can look over that left hand. You are so strong, friend. Feeling into that strength here in this pose. Beautiful. One more breath. You can drop the arms. You can straighten that front leg. And then we're going to walk the feet in together just a little bit again. And this time we can have the feet pointing straight forward or even just slightly internally rotated. So they're pointing in a little bit on themselves. And what we're going to do is hinge forward into a forward fold. So hands on hips, hinging forward. You can bring the hands down to the mat if they're there. You can bring them to the legs, kind of whatever feels good for you here. But taking a moment to let the neck go, to let the back stretch, letting gravity pull the neck down, finding some relaxation here. One more breath here. Beautiful. I'm going to place my hands down on the mat and just begin to find my way down to the mat. I'm going to come down onto my back. And I've got my My knees are bent. My feet are on the mat, but I'm going to walk my feet wide so I can feel the edge of my mat here. And we're going to do something called windshield wiper legs. So letting the knees both drop toward one side and then back up through the middle and then dropping to the other side. And we're going to stay here for a few breaths. You can move at your own pace. I love how this stretch just really gets into the front of the hip, into the low back. It just feels like such a great overall twist. Stretches so many areas. So just allow yourself to enjoy this moment, breathing deeply as you move at your own pace back and forth. We'll take 2 more breaths here. And then when you're ready, you can bring the knees back up top. We're going to keep those feet wide, but we're going to let the knees fall in toward each other so they support each other. It kind of releases the low back a little bit, and it allows just for some rest. This is called constructive rest. We're going to stay here for a few moments and just breathe. So you can have the hands down next to you on the mat. You can have them on your belly. You might have one on your belly, one on your chest. But we're going to just bring our attention to our breath in this moment. See if we can feel our hands rise and fall as the breath enters the body and exits the body. I'm reminded in this moment of a Parker Palmer quote about self-care. He says that self-care is never a selfish act because it is only good stewardship of the only gift we have to give the world, that is ourselves. And I just am so moved by that quote, that thought, that because we are to be a gift to the world, that we can take a moment to care for ourselves, that it's not selfish, that it is just good stewardship. I love that. Letting that truth sink in as you take some more deep breaths here. I want to offer a few affirmations for you and just letting these words fall over you, wash over you, sink down deep into your soul. I am strong. I am capable. I am loved. Let's see if we can take a deep breath in, filling the lungs, filling the belly, and then exhaling from the belly, exhaling from the lungs, fully emptying out, and then fully filling up again. Inhaling, filling up the lungs, filling up the belly, and exhaling from the belly, exhaling from the lungs. Our breath is such a good reminder that we can't keep pouring out, pouring out, pouring out, pouring out. It's like if you only exhaled all the time. We have to inhale in order to exhale. We have to take care of ourselves in order to take care of others. So taking a deep breath in, nourishing yourself inside and out. Letting it go. Maybe finding some gratitude for this breath. And then I want to invite you just to check in. Check in and see how you're feeling in this moment. See if anything has shifted from the time we started. I hope that this practice has been deeply nourishing to you. But check in and see how you're feeling. See if you feel calm or more grounded or rested. Maybe you feel strong or capable. This would be a perfect opportunity to stretch out and move into Shavasana. You could just simply stretch those legs out long. You could bring the arms up overhead, have a nice big stretch. You could bring the arms down to the side for traditional Shavasana pose. Or, if this is all the time you have left, that's fine too, friend. You have shown up for yourself today in this practice. I'm so, so proud of you, and I hope you are proud of yourself as well. So let's take one deep breath here together. and let it go. Thank you for practicing with me today, friend.